So it is the 13th of June, and I am only just picking up my book for June's prompt, which is a friend recommendation. So I decided to go for the 12 for 12 for this month, and this also fits buzzword. So I'm taking up a few things with this book, but yeah, I'm picking up Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I haven't read any of this book yet. I'm making sure that I actually do an introduction update to June, but yeah. Oh, that is the microwave for my dinner, but I will check back in once I've read something of this. Hello! So, I am just going to do a very quick final thoughts for Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, because I did finish this last night. I actually quite enjoyed this one. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I liked the fact that it was a slow burn build up for their relationship instead of just outright insta love and they're together for most of the book. But no, they had to earn their relationship. Essentially, Annie, she thinks that she's having trouble on the dating scene, so she hires a dating coach named Will Griffin. And, well, it's a romance, so you can guess what happened there. Yeah. Overall, I did really enjoy it. I'm giving it 4 stars. So, I will see you guys in June when I pick up the next book for this challenge. Bye! Hello. So I'm just introducing the June library pick now because, look, I wasn't going to pick one this early, while it was still May, but hold on, let me change my glasses so I can see the screen properly. Anyway, yeah, I was going to wait until later in the month, until closer to the end of May to choose the book, because the prompt was matches outfit, matches your current outfit of the day. The only reason I didn't wait is because as I was walking out of the library after my book club meeting today, I found this book that had the perfect colours. It was right there in front of me, and I was like, grab me! I match your outfit. Now, I know that I'm not wearing the brown, but I was earlier today, so I will put in a clip that I filmed of me matching the outfit to this. But yeah, this one is called The Life She Wanted by Anita Abriel. I have no idea what this is about. The point of this prompt was purely cover-based. Okay, it seems to be Okay, so the tagline says, an ambitious young woman with 2 lives, the one she has and the one she desires. 1926, Hyde Park, New York. Born to modest means, but befriended by the wealthy, aspiring dress designer, Pandora Carmichael has been surrounded by privilege, yet never at home in it. This hasn't stopped her from dreaming of a romance in a rarefied world that could also give her the status and resources to start a business of her own. When she's introduced to a charismatic Princeton student, Pandora's future begins to fall into place. Marriage provides Pandora with a devoted husband, comfortable life, and the prominence and affluence to open a boutique. It's a fantasy realized until scandal and tragedy upend Pandora's life and she flees Hyde Park with a heart-wrenching secret. As the Depression looms, Pandora must rethink everything she's ever wanted. From sprawling Gilded Age mansions in New York to the seedy underbelly of Greenwich Village and the stunning coastal vistas of the French Riviera, Pandora's escape is a journey of self-discovery, adventure, true love, and ambition. There are new dreams to be had, and Pandora is betting on herself to make them come true. Yeah, that one, it sounds pretty good. But yeah, this is what I'll be reading for June's library challenge. I'm not going to read it yet because it is still May, but like I said, I found one that perfectly matched the outfit when I wasn't looking for it. It was like literally right on the shelves in front of me, so I had to go with it. And yeah, so I will see you in June when I pick this book up. Hello! So it is now very much later in the end of June, like it is the 27th of June, but I have finally finished my library pick for June, which is The Life She Wanted by Anita Abriel. I didn't know where this book was going for like half of it, which is why I didn't update you on any of it. Because by the time I realized where it was going, I only had like 74 pages left to read, so I decided to just finish it. But yeah, this is essentially about this woman named Pandora, and she wants a certain lifestyle, but she doesn't have a certain lifestyle. She eventually gets a certain lifestyle, but things get in the way, and she isn't able to... No, and she gets to life, but stuff happens, and she loses part of that life. And then but she does end up in a situation that she likes. I don't know how to go. I don't know how much I can, like, what to say with it being spoiled. You know what? I'm just going to do spoilers because I don't know how to review it without it. But basically, Pandora marries this man named... What was his name? I can't remember his name. What was his name? Harley. Yeah, named Harley. And it turns out he is homosexual. And this is like the 1920s and 1930s in America, where it's illegal to be gay or something like that, because Harley eventually ends up arrested, and then the police station gets set on fire, and he dies. So Pandora ends up widowed with a 1-year-old child, and she has to figure out how to rebuild a life for herself, because her husband has essentially been named and shamed because it's been all over the newspapers and all over and all over there. So this is a time when it was illegal. So this was like the Great Depression era, but yeah, so she didn't really have anywhere she could go, and she had plans to open a boutique, but with the Great Depression and all the prices, she couldn't afford to. She wouldn't have made any money because no one could afford anything back then. But yeah, I ended up giving this 4 stars. I didn't know what to give it at the beginning because I didn't even know what it was about, but I did end up quite getting in. I got quite invested into the story. And yes, so I gave it 4 stars. Alright. Now, that's it for my June reading, and I will see you with my July book. Hello! So, yes, I am in the exact same outfit and the exact same position, because I already have my July book out from the library. The July prompt that I randomly spun was Found Family. For this one, I picked up just a quick book because I have so many big books to get to in July that I just wanted something quick, short, and the cover is really pretty. It's called I Wish You Would by Eva de Lauriers. And yet, this one is, I'm just going to tagline, 7 secrets on the loose, 7 private confessions that could lead to love or disaster. But yeah, it's just a short little YA romance / contemporary. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this is my pick for July. And so I will see you in a few days when July starts, or when I finally get to this book in July, because it may take me a bit. But bye. Hello. So I forgot that I was meant to be vlogging this book for August as my library challenge book, but this is I Wish You Would by Eva de Lauriers, I think. And this the prompt that I got for August was, July, was Found Family. So I picked this one up because there were a lot of like fantasy books that fit this prompt, but I had so many big books this month, or like heavy books, that I wanted something quick. So I did start and finish this yesterday, but I didn't come back in and tell you that I was vlogging. But I hated this. I gave it a 2.75. You've got these two characters, and they're meant to be best friends. They can talk about anything, but this whole book is full of miscommunication, and I find both of their characters really annoying for very different reasons, because they can't talk to each other about their feelings, and they get annoyed when they're being yeah, and they both get annoyed when they're being like flirtatious or in a relationship with other people, but neither of you have communicated anything to each other. So how are you guys meant to know the feelings? But yeah, I know that, they're high school kids. No, they're officially 18, which makes them adults. And also, they claim in the book that these two know each other better than anyone else, and neither of them are able to have a conversation with the other. Like, they really annoyed me. I didn't like this book. I gave it 2.75. So yeah, it wasn't very good. But the August prompt is ticked off, and this will be pissing off right back to my library. Wasn't good. I didn't like it. Alright, well, that was really quick for August because I didn't really have a lot... for July, because I didn't really have a lot to say about it. And I will see you in August for the next book. Hello! So, I have finished the guest list for my August pick. I was initially unsure what I was going to rate this book. I just feel like it was really rushed. And it was just a bit too chaotic. Basically, they go to this wedding on this deserted island resort, and everyone seems to have this connection to the groom, and it's not a good connection. They all hate him in one way or another. So it's no surprise who gets murdered in this book. And my sister's getting married next year, so I really hope her wedding's not going to end like this. But of course, she's not getting married on a remote island. But still, But still, you never know. Anyway, I think I ended up giving this 2.5 star. Because there were some parts I liked, but some characters I really hated. And yeah, I just hated... And the ending felt kind of like... Parts of this felt rushed, and then other parts felt like it dragged. It was just all over the place. So yeah, I think I'm going with 2.5 stars. But that does wrap up for the library challenge for this quarter. So I will see you in September for the last 4 months of this rating challenge.